So if you're feeling like everything you're doing today is just chores and you have absolutely no time for yourself, then you want to stop scrolling and stay here with me for this. This is the value signal. I'm Anna, this is Yoda, and you're welcome here. Actually doing this video while walking the dog, and I have this lazy little excuse for a dog. She's a bit overweight. She doesn't like walking at all, so I have to carry her. And I know you're thinking, well, what's the point of walking the dog if you're carrying it? I carry it all the way to the woods, and then she'll walk back home because she just wants to get home. So the thing is, I want to talk about how you see your daily tasks and your chores and what you do in your daily life. You know, I could look at this and think, well, I have so much to do and I still have to walk the dog because she's getting overweight and she's lazy, and it's another thing I have to do. Or I could look at it and see, well, actually it's really good for me to get outside every morning, no matter what weather, because getting outside and getting some daylight, even if the weather would not be so beautiful as today, it regulates my whole circadian rhythm, which means I get better sleep, which is kind of a big issue for me with sleep. And it also means I get some movement. I get moving a little bit during the day, which is also a plus point. And getting fresh air and getting outside seems to be a really good way to get good ideas. So maybe you'll get more content like this. I'm sorry for the walking, but this is the way I can do things. So yeah, I seem to get a lot of good ideas while walking the dog, even though the dog doesn't like to be walked. Come? Eugenia? Yoda, come. Come with me. You see, not a chance in hell. And there is a very important point related to quantum physics, which we kind of know. I mean, a lot of people know about it, and there's a lot of different ways to see it, but it's the thing about how the observer changes the experiment, how the way we see things can change our reality. And if you're not familiar with this experiment, it was quite a while ago. Scientists decided they would shoot electrons on a plate that had two slots. How do you say that in English? Two slots on it, and two vertical slots. And they noticed that the electrons would behave like particles, and they would spread after going through the slot. And then they put an observer in the room, I guess. And when this experiment was being observed, the electrons behaved like waves. So you got a distinct pattern on the other side of the slots, like a line, like lines, like it would happen with waves. And I know a lot of us say, well, if you change the way you look at things, the actual thing you're looking at changes. This is a Buddhist quote from Tibetan Buddhism. You know, if you change the way you look at something, that very thing changes. And we kind of see it superficially. We kind of tend to see it a bit of like a toxic positivity, you know, you have to live like Pollyanna and see everything as positive, and you know, but it's not just that. It's not just that you have to have a positive look at everything and then everything is going to be all right. This is not what I'm saying. The conclusion from this experiment is that you, as an observer, you are actually creating the reality. You're not interpreting it as positive. You are creating it at the moment when you see it. You see, there's a big difference there. You're not looking at something that you think is negative and forcing to see it in positivity. That's not it. You're actually creating the reality as you look at it. So that has a lot of implications, you know? So I'm walking the dog, and it's a very positive act in my day. And if I put this intention on it, if I focus a little bit on this intention of the benefit it has, and you can maybe hear the cuckoo in the background. I hope you could, but I think in the video it's probably going to be difficult. Anyway, if you set this intention for the things you do in your day, that instead of being chores, they are actually good for you or necessary for your life, and they bring an immediate result, then you're actually manifesting this immediate result, you know? I see this habit as healthy, and I'm manifesting health and creating health through it. So there you have it, the quantum physics of walking the dog. And now I get to walk the dog home. I would love to know your insights about this, and if it sparked anything for you to think about, please like this video. You can gently hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more. You can, if you need some input on how to develop some more clarity in your intentions and in your daily life, I've developed a clarity compass, which you can download in the link in the description to this video below. And there is a lot more coming. So that's it for today. I'm Anna, and this is the Value Signal.